The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. Well, we're going to take a look at the German DAX and the FTSE this morning. You can see here that they have been in a very strong uptrend, possible topping action, but frankly, folks, stocks go up forever, so not to worry if they go down more than a half a day. Just continue buying. I'll do a couple other things here with some of these stocks that we're watching because I think it's important to pay attention to them, you know, what we're doing here. Now, I wanted to share with you something that happened last night. This was a live situation that we were working with. And what we were doing is we were watching this was the E-mini S&P. You'll notice that we have a head and shoulders pattern there. That is a perfectly symmetrical one. You'll notice here the left shoulder is higher than the left shoulder, means the right shoulder is less bullish or actually bearish. And as you can see, that's where it was right there at 685. We sent this out at when it was 46.83.50, and I think it went up and touched the high one more time. Then went all the way down to 46.70. It dropped 15 handles from the high, $750. Then, of course, it went back up and went a little bit above the 78% level at 46.92. But when you're day trading like this on a 15-minute chart, you know, $700 is not chump change. So you've got to remember, if you're trading a 15-minute chart, stay with the 15-minute chart, because when they get down there, it was sitting right at the 78% level. So that's the kind of thing we're going to be doing on the show tomorrow, and we'll be watching some of these other markets that we'll be paying very, very close attention to. Now, the reason why I brought the head and shoulders pattern up was because of this. You know, I'm a big fan, of course, of Andrew Lo of MIT. You know, that's where Mr. Basil lives, and he's most of you don't know that I went to MIT. I went to MIT to have lunch with Basil once. That's the closest I ever got to the university there. Okay, let's take a look here now, folks. This is what we're going to be covering tomorrow in the all-day trading session, because this is the secret stuff. I don't give this out very much, but you'll notice here this formula on the top up here. This is right out of Andrew Lo's book on how they determine, you know, whether a head and shoulders pattern or a triple top pattern is a valid pattern. They're done with these patterns that are up here. You can see this simple equation. I mean, this is pocket change for everybody. I mean, everybody can do this kind of stuff. This is no big deal. The only problem with it, there's actually 4 problems with this, folks. There's no A, there's no B, there's no C, and no D. That's 4th. And the 5th one is I can't see a plus or minus sign on this. Well, I do see a minus sign. But folks, if I had to do something like this with these formulas, you know, you wouldn't be listening to me today, because this is how you put rocket ships on the moon. And, you know, when you're trading, you don't have to put a rocket ship. You just have to determine how much your risk is going to be and then move to there. The whole thing tomorrow is going to be about risk control and making money. Now, if we were in today, we would have had one heck of a day today already, starting out with that S&P. But the big one was the one that was right in the newsletter. I mean, we talked about it over and over again, and I'll bring the chart up. And of course, it's the old yellow metal, and we've got a lot to talk about today with the gold market, because we hit last night. I sent this out last night at about 2 hours before it finally got to 1877.80, and then this morning it went up and made a higher high at 1879.10 and immediately broke $21. So, and that $21 break was a very important break. And let me explain to you the theory behind it, because as we're watching this, let's just get this up here so we can all see it together. Hold on just a second here, and we'll be right back to you in just a moment. I love this kind of stuff. In fact, tomorrow is the fastest 5 hours in trading. It goes like a heartbeat. And hopefully we're going to have Tom Hugard on. But boy, folks, let me tell you, the technical things involved with this are beyond belief. Now, I want you to see the top of the chart up there when we made 1879.40 was the high, okay? The ABC number measured to 1879, so it was off. It was off by $40. Then you see the market broke down. This is a 4-minute chart, so it took about a half hour to break down to 1871. It rallied exactly to the 61% retracement and then dropped all the way down. You don't even see the bottom. You'll see it on the next chart. It went all the way down to 1858. You'll see the first 382 retracement there, and then we broke down to the 1858. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this is how markets evolve and how you want to be watching them. So here is what we were watching on a little bit longer time frame. Now, as you look at this with the gold market, you'll see it made the high up there at 1879.40, and today's low was 1857.90. Exactly. This is not off by more than 10. This is not even off 10 cents. Well, from the low that we made on the 10th down there at 1825, we went right up there again to that number 1858. Folks, when it goes, if it does, and I think it will, if it does go back below 1858, that means that market's coming down a lot more. It gave up $21 in about an hour. So that's the first sign that, they're shaking the tree a little bit. We haven't had a $21 correction. You can see here going back about 10 days, the last time we had one. So I'm extremely bullish the gold, but I want to get it down to 1810 because that's where I think we've got a really good chance to set it up for a really good buy. And that's the main thing that I really want to get across here, that longer term I'm bullish, short term I'm bearish, and that's what I'm really preparing to do. Now, I wanted to share another chart because we talked about it yesterday, and it is really moving, and people ask me about why was I so friendly to natural gas yesterday when the whole world was saying it didn't look like they were ever going to sell any more of it. Okay, here was the chart we were looking at. All I did was expand this out so that you could see the 382 retracement that happened way back in April. Okay, you notice that we had an ABCD pattern there. The 61% retracement came in at 477. The low on the move was 472. The 78% retracement came in at 476, and the 382 came in at 473. So you had three major ratios there. You have double ABCD patterns, and that's why I was so friendly to the natural gas. And the natural gas, not only, folks, this is one of the best kept secrets these guys hide from you. Go look at the open interest and go look at the volume and go look at the number of players in the natural gas market. 4 times the number of players in natural gas that are in the gold market. I mean, this is a good one to trade, and we'll be trading it tomorrow. 877-927-6648. Stay tuned. Billy Ray Valentine, Capricorn.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I posted the chart of Tesla. Okay, and I wanted to bring to your attention the fact of that importance of that low that we made at 990 the other day, that 382 retracement. Now, what happened yesterday in Tesla is it went down and it took out that low by $5 and immediately rallied $35. Now, $35 on a $1,000 stock, doesn't sound very much, but it shows the importance of these numbers. That's really what it's all about. And believe me, if you don't think these guys are doing these algorithmic trading stuff, do these things, oh my goodness, you're really missing the boat. That's hopefully we'll get you back on the track if you can come to the thing tomorrow. I'm actually very excited. I'm really hoping we can get Tom on board, but frankly, the technical part of it is a little bit beyond this old cowboy's imagination. It's just so, oh my goodness, it's terrible. Going back to someone asked a question about what was a target in the natural gas. S&P, if you would just do this yourself, I think you'll really pick it up. Go back and look at the high that it made way back there at 650, okay, 650, and you'll see that the 382 retracement came in at 5.32. Today's high in the natural gas was 5.32. Just like what Tesla was doing, natural gas was doing the same thing. I would love to bring up a chart and show it to you, but frankly, folks, I'm not able to do it right now. Maybe in another few days I'll be able to figure it out, but all I'm trying to do now is to get ready, for the all-day session tomorrow, and so I'm not able to put those charts out there. The main chart today, of course, was that gold chart. That was in the newsletter. We posted that Sunday, and that was at 479. I mean, my goodness, it just you can't get any closer than that. If you like ABCD, raise your hand if you like ABCD. It's a good tool. It's like anything else. Some things work, some things don't. Now, if you listen to or read the newsletter, you'll remember that one of the things that John was writing about this week was the fact that the crypto market had hit the magical level of $3 trillion. But what he does is he matches the capitalization of this, and you'll see that using the capitalization of all the cryptocurrencies, that comes out to an ABCD up in here. And with what he was watching, and he looks at so many different things, he said there was a strong probability of seeing a good correction in the cryptocurrencies, and so far they're down 10% in 2 days. Now, that's not a small amount when you're talking about $3 trillion. That's more than you could go out and eat a couple nights a week with that kind of money. So that's the main thing that you want to remember of what you're doing. Now, let's move back. I'm off track just a little bit, but give me a minute and I'll be right back. This is the second chart of Tesla. I wanted to bring this up because this also is very, very important. After the Tesla, of course, made its low down there at 990, it rallied up to the 382. That's the red box there. Anybody with a little bit of imagination, you can see the beautiful ABCD pattern that's there, just as perfectly symmetrical as you can possibly be. It takes about all day to do it. It gets up to, the number was at 1087, and we got to 1107. And from then we went down and we took out the low by $5, and then you see we had a pretty strong rally today. And then if you want to defy human nature and do the work yourself, figure out what that 382 retracement was in Tesla. Now, this is a $1,000 stock. We are not going to be trading $1,000 stocks tomorrow, folks. I'm going to pick one or two stocks along with some of the commodities that I look at. And believe me, the way the euro is acting, I most probably will be trading the euro tomorrow because it is really close to those big numbers that are in the newsletter down there at that 113 level. That we've been waiting on that for quite some time. So those are just a few of the things that we want to be watching. Now, I know those of you that are out there that may be losing, I can promise you this, and I really mean this sincerely. If you get on tomorrow and just do one thing, and that is to follow the 382 pattern that we're going to be talking about, it will make you a profitable trader. It is that good. It's right about 60% of the time, folks, but the payoff is much better than 3-to-1 on your wins, and even Gartley patterns have a hard time beating 3-to-1. So that 382, we saw it today in natural gas. We saw it today in the gold. We saw it today in the, what was the other one that was doing? The crude oil. I mean, all of those were doing exactly what we are going to be teaching tomorrow. So I hope that'll be helpful to you, and you folks can join it. We've had three good sessions before this one. This will be our last one for quite some time, and but hopefully we are going to have Tom on. But boy, the technical parameters that we have to do to get this thing done is not really as much as I would hoped it would be. So let's. By the way, someone passed on to news that Yale Hirsch had passed away this week. He's an old-time, in fact, he's just a couple, I think he's years older than me. So he was one of the original guys in the stock market stuff. Boy, he'll be missed. He was a really nice guy. I only met him one time, and but he was a real gentleman. So sorry to see him go. All right, now someone's asking a question about the gold market, and the answer to that question, let me show you why it's so important in the gold. I'm going to give this to you right now. I showed it to you before, but this is the reasoning. This is how you determine where gold is going to go, folks. Hey, this is my 2 cents worth. There's the 60-minute chart again that we just posted. You'll notice that the low that we made today, down $21 from the high, $23, was exactly 382 from the low to the penny of the low there on the 10th to the penny. And on the 10th, the market went from 18.25. It rallied $50. Okay? So what we're going to be doing now is taking a look at what happens if gold goes below 1858. Because if it does that, and the fact that the rally that we've only had so far in the gold has only been a 382 rally right to the dollar, and it's already made $500 or $600 if we were trading today. So that's how you set this up. Now look at this chart really close, okay? Do you see anything on that chart that is hard to understand? I mean, there's no oscillators or moving averages or anything in there. Just some lines, and all you're going to try to do is connect the dots to see if they, see if it works. The lines on the charts, they look like dots, and that's what you really want to be doing, So that's pretty much what we're watching here. Now I'm getting a Skype message here, and I want to double check to see what it happens to be. And hold on just a minute here. Maybe I can figure out how to do two things at once, which is it's a real challenge for me. Hold on just a second here. We got somebody is okay. Oh, we already taken out the BC leg and the gold already, I was told. See, shut the front door. You got to love this one. All right, that's good. Well, I can't tell right now. Hey, Billy, thank you for bringing that up. I thought you were out hunting anyway. How come you're not out there shooting pheasants like you said you were going to be doing? Hey, we'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other tigers and tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Well, I don't believe it, but I think that chart actually posted correctly. Is I correct? Did that actually post correctly? Someone tell me, please. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Color me happy. Oh, my God, there is a God, and she's looking over my shoulder right now. Now, I posted that chart on the gold showing you the 382 pattern that we were watching. Now, you'll notice here that we went down, made a new low. That had a profit of well over $1,000 in it. You can see there's a little 3 drive to a bottom pattern there, folks. But the fact that it broke that 382 tells us that gold is going down. And this is what we want. We want to get it down to 1810. That's the main thing that we want to be doing. Let's try to do that. Here's another one that we'll be doing today. Hold on. I can't do anything about the dates. We're lucky to get this thing done. Okay, here was another 3 drive here in the crude oil. Now, what's important about this crude oil chart, that's just a 4-minute, for your entry level. But if you're looking at this on a little bit larger time frame, you'll notice here, let's get this up here, that it actually was a really, really lovely head and shoulders pattern. And I want to show it to you right now through the courtesy of TFNN and their wonderful chart pattern service. And oh, dear, I don't know if this one worked or not. Let me know if this one popped up, folks. I probably stretched my luck in saying things were done, but you'll see the head and shoulders pattern that was there, and that's what we'll be watching tomorrow's line those up. Now, those are, we're going to be doing this for 5 hours. I can't do anything about chopped off at the bottom, left sides, right sides. I thought it was working, but evidently, no, I guess it's not, so I can't really tell. So I'll get it fixed for tomorrow because we'll be live. We won't be shifting these things around. But that was a perfect head and shoulders pattern in the crude oil from the 12th to the 15th out to today. The right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder, and the left shoulder was 79.82. The right shoulder was 80, spot on even, and it's already rallied $800 from that level. So that's the main thing that you want to remind yourself of what you're looking at here right now. Okay, now another market that has been under a great deal of pressure and continues to be under pressure, and I won't be able to show any charts on this, but we've seen them so many times that it's not going to be necessary, and that is the Treasury bond chart, folks, and Treasury notes. They are borrowing money at the Fed, at the U.S. government to do all these things. It's money that it's going to come out of thin air, just like all the other stuff. But that's nothing. They've done this before. Look what happened during World War I, World War II, and it'll probably happen. Like Einstein said, World War III will be the last war. That World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. So hopefully it'll never get to that. But and folks, don't when you watch the news and they talk about, and I'm going to get into politics for 10 seconds, okay? China has never gone to war with anybody, okay? They use their military to protect themselves from people because they're right next to the one that Skoshi Bakatati, and if you've ever been to Vietnam, that means the crazy one, the guy in North Korea, and that's mainly what they try to do there. And then from history, if you'll remember, Japan was a tremendous aggressor. Oh, here I am with politics. I apologize, boys and girls. Oh, one other thing, I would like to also apologize to the folks that sent me emails asking me for the charts of November the 9th when I started all this debacle with the computers and stuff. I didn't get that email until yesterday. It all came in a big wave, and I appreciate all of them, and there was more than I've ever gotten at TFNN. And all I'd like to do is to tell you that I'm unable to pull that back up again. It might be somewhere in my computer, but I'll have to find it at a different time. I didn't notice until today that's what was happening. So hopefully we'll be able to see some charts easily enough that after these next few days and we get this thing working properly. But this has been a really interesting few days for me, to say the least. I've learned a few things, but we'll see from there. I think I've told the story about why I'm so afraid of, well, I don't need to tell that again. If you have any questions, folks, 877-927-6648. That's the main thing. Now, back to S&P and his question about the natural gas. That high that we made in natural gas up there at that, in fact, we just took it out. So we have already, this is such a bullish chart on this natural gas. I mean, it is flat out, it is just flat out bullish. So all you got to do, it just keeps going. I don't know. I can't show this darn chart, I don't believe. Let me get this up here and see if we can see. Oh, yeah, maybe so. Let's try it. I'm not expecting much, but oh, you know what I can do? Just a minute. I think I can do it. Just a second here. I think I've already done it, though. Hold on. What I'm going to try to do is change the size of the nope, can't do it. This may or may not work, but you'll be able to see the natural gas, this thrust that we're seeing. Hold on one second here. All right. Jeff Hughes was going to be our guest today, but evidently the scheduling has got messed up. And folks, there's only one person that you can blame for the scheduling, and that happens to be Billy Ray Valentine, Capricorn. All right, hopefully we'll see part of this natural gas, and you can see the thrust that we're seeing today. That's the result of all those numbers that came together that we showed earlier. Fact is, I can do that chart, shut the front door and raise the rent. That's the one I put a lot of effort in here, and we'll get up here to take a quick look at it. Because this is the kind of move that we're going to be seeing in gold soon, folks, after we get this correction done, hopefully around 1810. It might take a little longer because the commitment of traders showed that there's a whole lot of dudes that are heavily long this gold market, mainly because of Stansberry Research and Agora Publications with Jim Rickards. He's looking for $15,000 gold, and there's a possibility, but before it gets to $15,000, it's got to get above 1900, and above 1890 to me, it's gone. So all I'm watching is, and it could turn at any time. Just the fact that we went down here and we made a small 3 drive to a bottom. If you're day trading, that's your profit objective on that 382. You could either put your stop at, lock in $700-800 and let it ride. Or tomorrow, what I'll be doing is trying to, my goal tomorrow is, it goes so fast. This hour goes fast. You can imagine how 5 hours goes. But the goal is to make the money that you spend, which is $295. If you've been to the ones before, you get to go free. So you get a free shot at these. We've made money each time. One of these days, we're not going to do that, but there'll be other days. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be covering tomorrow that I think you'll enjoy, let's get this up here so we can talk about this. 1 second, what we've got here. Hey, this chart looks good. All right, then this next one's going to look okay, too. All right. This is a courtesy of Mr. James Allison Twentyman. Mr. Twentyman was kind enough to send me the chart of the gold market when we started way back there in 1972 there on the far left. And you'll see down there in 74 we were making a bottom. When we get back, we're going to talk about this chart. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, we're back, folks. So this is the gold chart, a weekly gold chart going back to the low down there. It was around 1974, I believe. We started trading in actively in 1972. Is I believe when the Merck brought out the contracts, and it was COMEX. Excuse me, it was COMEX. The Merck came a little bit later. Now I wanted to show you that first gold move there. That's when gold moved above. I think it was it moved above $250. $200 the first time. It was trading around 110. Remember, we started at $32, which was baloney. But when we got above the 110, that really started it. And I started at Drexel in August of 76, and that was the second black arrow. That's the second black arrow is when I started at Drexel. And you'll notice after that black arrow high came in, you made a retracement. And if you want to guess what that low was, and here I am knowing a tiny bit about Fibonacci in 1976, was spot on, right at the 61% retracement. And I think it was $1.90 is what it was. And Twentyman and I started selling Cougar Ants. Of course, we were trading the contracts too. But you'll notice as each high went up, each time it broke out of those highs, the market started to run and run and run. Now, if you'll see the third black arrow, the one that's pointed there was a big correction there where the market went. We dropped about $100 an ounce for some reason. I don't remember what it was. But when it broke out of that to the upside, that's when we really piled on there. And of course, you can see the market went straight up, vertical, and we made a bunch of money. Anyway, you'll notice that the high that was there, that was made on January the 20th of 1980. Starting in January, early January, around the 8th, right around Elvis's birthday, we had a situation where we had I had a chance to lock in all of those profits for everyone, okay? And gold, we were trading at 670. Now, the high on gold was 860, so it went up another $200 from there. And we did really well. I have no complaints at all. But on that high day right there, you'll notice that this is December gold, and you have to give it a little bit of thing. But we were trading above $1,000 an ounce in December gold, when spot gold was up the limit plus $10. It was up $60. It was trading at 863. Okay, I called the Goldberg brothers in New York, did everything by telephone. And I asked Richie, who was there, I said, what's going on in the gold market? And he said, they're filled up. The pits are filled, but they're not doing any business. There's no buying and selling. And the back end gold, December gold, was trading limit bid. In other words, there were no sellers. No sellers, because it was limit bid. Everybody wanted to buy it. So I told Richie, I said, Richie, sell me one, limit up. And he saw Larry. He said, don't do that. He said, you're one of our best customers. We don't want to see you lose your money. I said, Richie, how long you been down on the floor? He said, oh, almost 9 months now. I said, Richie, sell me 2. And he said, you smart ass, I'm going to sell you 2. He comes right back. He said, you're filled. Good luck. I said, Richie, I'm not done yet. And I said, what do you mean? I said, buy 2, limit down. He said, are you freaking nuts? And I said, nope, buy 2, limit down. You're not going to believe this, folks. This is a flat-out true story. An hour later, I got filled. And that was the end of the gold market. We broke down. Now, the real big one here is the red arrow, that orange arrow, after the top was made. That was October of 1980. And what happened during that time is there was Iran and Iraq were fighting it out. And I remember this because I was short the gold. That was a 61% retracement Gartley there at 707 in the gold market. I went short home over the weekend, and on Sunday night I heard, or early Monday morning, we didn't have the early night stuff like we have now, but we had the gold fix coming in from London, and Charles Osgood, CBS, would be on and see the morning gold fix is such and such. So I'm in the shower shaving, and I hear he said, the London gold fix is going to be sharply higher today, folks, he said, because Iranian fighter jets have hit Iraqi nuclear power stations. The price of gold is skyrocketing, and there's chaos across Europe. And I said, oh, boy. All I remember is I got out of the shower. I don't know whether I dried off or not. I put on some sweats. I got in the car, and I broke every speed limit to get into the office. And I'm just by the time I get to the car, I turned KNX on in Los Angeles, and to find out what he was saying. And he goes through all these commercials, and finally he gets to the end about these Iranian jets and stuff. He said the price of gold is soaring in London. The gold fix is up $2.65. And I said, are you kidding me? Am I listening to this? And by the time I got in, I called New York, and it was already down $14 or $15, and it just dropped like a rock. The mistake that I made, though, was I was short a lot, and I was so screwed up because of losing all that money that I covered way too soon. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, but anyway, that's it. The second arrow over here, the one on the far right over here, the last arrow, you notice that's a perfect Gartley. You see that beautiful? Remember, this is a weekly gold chart. Now, this is A, B, C, D. Now, we're going to have a test here, boys and girls. We'll see how many people can pass this test. What ratio do you think that is from the high that we made right there where that second orange arrow is to the very high that we made back on January the 20th of 1980? Does anybody want to take a wild, sophisticated guess? Oh, I think you can do it. Come on, boys and girls. Give Mr. Rogers a break. Got to have some fun doing this, folks. Yes, it was exactly 382, and very good. And anyway, it was actually G7. You're right. It was 61% of the lower high, but it was a 382 of the higher high. Remember, I didn't know 382 back in well, I knew what it was, but I didn't know the importance of it. I didn't know the importance of 382 until 3 years ago when I'm in London with, Tom Hugard, and I'm watching what he's doing. He's a madman trading. He presses and presses and presses. You know what I mean? And so when I saw that, I said, oh, my God. I said, I see what he's doing. And I went back and I put up this I did a whole bunch of these things that we'll be looking at tomorrow, and it'll show how the importance of the 382 is. It's that simple. I should sell it as a standalone system, but I'd rather give it away to the people that want it. The trouble is when you give something away, people value it for what they paid for it, which is nothing. But we're going to try to make a few bucks with it tomorrow, and we'll see to see what happens with it. So we'll see how that happens to go. We'll have next week. We'll have Jeff Huge on with Alpha Insights. He will be on next week, and then the next week is holiday week, so I'm probably only going to have Monday and Tuesday. I'll be doing the show Wednesday, but we have a holiday on Thursday and Friday. There'll be markets on Friday, but that'll be a fun one to work with. But we will have one day off next week, which is Thanksgiving. Any questions? 877-927-6648. Oh, no, Al said you can't get through, so don't bother. We'll be right back, boys and girls.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you looking for a secured investment which pays you on a monthly basis? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be the program for you. The best rate on a 5-year CD in the country right now, according to Bankrate.com, is paying 1% per year or $1,000 per $100,000 invested. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly, on secured, high-value, buildable properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment is for 4 years, paying 7% per year or $7,000 per $100,000 invested. Your investment is secured by high-value real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. Your investment can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000. Do you want to make $1,000 per year on $100,000 invested or $7,000 per year on a secured Tiger First mortgage? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be just the program for you. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly. For more information, you can call 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Okay, folks, bear with me here 1 second. I'm trying to give you a little heads up for tomorrow. Let's just take a look here. I think we can get this in just a minute here. It's not the easiest thing in the world when you're messing around here. Hold on just a second here. But let's get ready here because we got to do a lot of things today and getting ready for this, just like getting ready for the gold chart. This is for preliminary, and hopefully you'll be able to make $1 or $2 out of this. I know you won't have to risk very much, but if I can just find them. Oh, no, I got knocked out of the den. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Wow. Can anybody hear me out there? I think I really messed up here. Oh, well, not to worry. That's the end of the show, I guess. So I'm just dangerous when it comes to this stuff. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, dear. Just can't walk and chew gum at the same time. All right, let's get back here. Anybody hear me here? Can anybody hear me? Broadsword to Danny Boy. Broadsword to Danny Boy. Come in, Danny Boy. Oh, we never lost me. Well, I was lost, but now I'm found. All right, boys and girls, oh dear, I did it again. Just a minute. Boy, don't ever let me out of the room. Okay, pay attention to this one, folks. Those of you that belong to the 24/7. I spent as much time with this as I did the gold at 1879. So watch this number, boys and girls. This is a daily going back to last March. You're talking about 18 months now. We got a 3 drive to a bottom pattern here, a whole bunch of other stuff, but we'll be covering that tomorrow. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the all-day trading gig, and we'll have some fun, make a couple of bucks, and teach you a few things that you might help you with your trading. And I think you'll enjoy it. I've got a thing from 20 years ago when the Merc asked me to write how to trade the S&P. We'll be right back tomorrow for the all-day trading. May God bless.